Today, Precarious plays
Phantom Brave. Counterpoint. This thing had me a little afraid. I was not sure if I was going to be able to beat the level, because when that was holding a rock, and I think it's going for that other one, I've got to try to stop it before it gets there. Its defense was almost like 1,000. It was very high, but I beat up on it enough to break its rock.
Ha!
Which, it was interesting because it dropped its defense to a much more manageable level, but it also increased its speed by 12 times because the rock made it so slow. It's incidental though, right? I didn't think too hard about that. It was really the only option that was available to me. Counterpoint. If this were Disgaea, there would probably be a panel effect on top of each of these little geysers that would have would by default, would probably have a damage over time effect on it. And that's the kind of thing that keeps the game interesting over time.
Right.
Now, in Disgaea, that would probably be something set up very purposefully here as a story map. And then that's just a prettied up version of what you can expect to happen organically in the item world.
Right.
See, over time, my views on Disgaea has changed. As a kid, the game for me was the story, like the comedy.
Yeah, the silliness, the silly, fun, haha.
Well, not just the ha-has, but yeah, a lot of it was that. The other thing, it was the acquiring, right? Like the getting new classes, getting new monster types, getting more levels and stats and equipment.
Yeah.
Now, like especially the last time I played Disgaea D2, the game was much more about item world and about the often very challenging, very engaging nonsense that you could get up to. Whenever, I remember a specific time, so in D2's item world, there was a chance that pirates would invade, and they would come in on different sizes and shapes of boats.
Yeah.
And while I was exploring, I think it was like what was it? There was a boat in huge quotes. There was a boat that I think had a capacity of 1.
Yeah.
And I think it was just like a crappy log. But one time when I was playing, it rolled like a super powerful, like 5 times my level samurai.
Okay.
Yeah, so she was a total murderer, and I had to...
floated up on a piece of driftwood.
Yeah, and just assaulted the stage, and she had enough go juice, like she had enough junk to destroy my entire team remotely. Because of the skills that she had, it was the equivalent of, you know, like playing a tennis match and suddenly being targeted by a military-grade orbital laser. Yeah, that's probably how I would describe it. So I had to come up with this crazy scheme to resolve this situation because I thought, like I had to make a choice, right? Either I can use the escape function, but otherwise this has been a very profitable, very normal item world run, and it would be kind of a shame to just throw it in the garbage, right?
Yeah.
And I looked at the map tiles, and I thought, oh man, I can do this. I can overcome this bizarre, off-the-cuff challenge. Mm-hmm. Oh, oops. I didn't mean to do that, but it worked out
It did.
in the end. Yeah! Marona gets a level. So I think I'm gonna confine a couple of people. I'm pretty sure that the experience bonus they get at the end of the map is based on the level of the item they confine to. Mm-hmm. Oh, here's a way to test that in play really quickly. So I'll put epoxy in one of our items. Mm-hmm. And then just for a little bit of a bonus, I'll put cocoa over there. So that'll be the quick comparison. At the end of the map, if Greg gets a bunch more experience than epoxy, it'll very probably be because Greg was in a higher level item. Mm-hmm. There was something that I wanted to talk about. Oh, we haven't played this game in a while.
No.
Since the last time we played it, I mentioned Xenonauts on the show.
Yeah.
Started a Xenonauts game and beat it all the way. Hold on, so... Yeah, epoxy, so you got 132, and everybody else in the items that were pulled from the stage got considerably more. Oh. Whoa.
You can have a manticore! We should name him Lion!
I don't know if I want a manticore. Seems like a big responsibility.
It's okay. I'll take him on walks and he can sleep in my room. It's fine. Can we keep him?
What does it do? What does it do? Let's compare it to a saber kit.
Every time we go a long time without playing this game, stuff pops up and it's just delightful. Like the saber kitty, like the doofy saber kitty face.
You know what's really cute and a little sad?
What?
Look how quick they are to approach. Mm-hmm. And then look how sad they are to leave.
Oh.
So it doesn't actually seem to be good at that much. Like, it's got some pretty good HP.
Do you really need to be very good at anything if you have hair like that? I mean, do you need to?
Oh, I guess when you say it like that. It has weirdly high steel, like for its size. It's got a lot of movement too. But hold on, there's something that I want to check. No, it's there. Oh, I think I know what the problem is. So somehow, like I checked, none of my characters have dark points, so I don't think it was me. But my friend Bookstore was slain, and I had to sacrifice an item to bring him back up to tip-top shape.
Yeah.
I think that must have been the problem.
Yeah.
I think that they probably have to be on the island if you want to summon them into battle. I forgot about that until just now. I think that I need to very quickly... Nope, not create. The other one. I need to store some of these things. And we don't really need bombs and famous and flawless cactuses just lying around, right? That seems excessive. Probably want to keep that great fish out. It adds it really helps tie the island together, I think. And that's not Marona's crystal, so that can go away. And the barrel I do want out, and I want that gold crate as well. Not the quack crate. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to take this. Oops, I think I accidentally got rid of one of the crates that was under... Like, as part of my little, like, sculpture over there. What do you say, girls? Think you can sell this pumpkin to somebody? Anybody?
It's a pumpkin. It'll last forever. So even if they don't sell it
Driftwood.
Right away.
Like, I think that this is the thing that I want most out of a potential Phantom Brave 2.
Yeah.
Which evidently, I don't know if we've talked about it on the show, but from what I understand, people, when they were hired to the dev team,
yeah,
of NIS, I'm suddenly not sure if they're developer or publisher or both. I don't think, no, they wouldn't be publishers. Well, I don't know. It's probably much more expensive to publish a game outside your home country. The point is, people were like, hey, I want to work here so I can make Phantom Brave 2. And they were like, okay, well, we'll keep that in mind. So, the thing that I want most out of a Phantom Brave 2 is a capacity and a incentive to make cuter little dioramas like this one.
Like on WildStar where you have your house.
Yeah, and the ability to, that would be a great little unlockable thing. If you could, like, maybe don't give it out right at the start of the game, but maybe at some point if you do a little bit of extra stuff, little item world, or not item world, but Dungeon Monk style things, if you could unlock that XYZ manipulation, right?
Yeah.
Hold on. This is much more important than that time I was trying to make a basket in Deus Ex. Ooh.
Oh.
I'll never get it. End the episode. I'm trying to get this just right. Captain's log. Stardate 112. Good enough for me. That's pretty good, actually. That was a pretty good toss.
That was good.